and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, hey, how's it going, everybody? Joe Prime here. Today I've got something just absolutely marvelous for you. I jumped on earlier, did a live little panel thing with a good friend of mine, Iacon Files. You need to check him out. He has done some phenomenal intros for me. Speaking of which, that's cool. I get goosebumps every time I look at it. I got the Aliexpress KO Unicrons, Armada Unicrons. Yeah, I got these guys. I ordered them. Actually, it's been maybe 8 days ago. I got these guys very quickly. I think, Aliexpress has those U.S. warehouses or whatever, but they exceeded my expectations. I wanted to do a video with these guys and really just kind of showcase each one of them and let you really get in here good and deep, like really drink them in. This guy, we'll look at the Dark Unicron first. I was amazed to find out that these guys have a light-up feature. Is that not incredible? Yeah, had a little tab out back, pulled it, boom, already had batteries. I don't even think it said on the package that this has a light-up feature. I want to get you real close. Check out that paint. This is a $30 KO, ladies and gentlemen. No bleeds, no runs in the paint. This is really nice looking, kind of a gunmetal gray, and you got that orange, and you got gold here and there, and that sort of magenta, whatever you want to call it, and of course his beautiful light-up eyes, and this silver looks great. And you know what, let's look him up and down here real quick. He is phenomenal. I got my other two guys out here. These are the actual Armada Unicrons, the Hasbro ones. Well, this one's Takara, but, these guys, I got them out just to kind of show you the differences between the two. Of course, this guy is 12 inches tall. Whenever he comes in the package, you guys, you missed the slide out. I do apologize. All you missed was me fighting with a bunch of bubble wrap. But anyway, let's really look at this guy. You got that cool gold. You got that cool orange. And we were comparing him to the Nightmare. He's going to be my Nightmare Unicron, or the Pumpkin Unicron. The other guys were calling him. Michael was. There we go. You got more of that gold and the magenta. That silver looks really good, going all the way down to the legs. And there's a lot of difference in the way the legs are done here. Just the design of the leg. And then you go all the way down. And he doesn't have a big bird toe on both sides, just the one side. So you can actually give him just a normal foot. And there you go. There on the sides, you got this right here. You got these two tiny little missiles. You press this golden button, and it is 1984. Those missiles will shoot out and take out an eyeball. These will... I almost did it. These will shoot, they will pop, and you will lose them forever. They're about that big. I've already accidentally hit that button like 10 times and shot these missiles out and had to tear up everything around looking for those doggone tiny things. But there you go. Let's give this guy a 360, shall we? The difference is all this is hard plastic. This is hard plastic. Nothing soft like on the other guy. Everything is hard plastic. The only thing really missing, the aesthetic, it's different on the legs. It's different on the arms. It doesn't have those little bumpies here, but there we go. Let's flip him around. And the wings, instead of doing that side hook thing where they switched and swiveled, they just plug straight onto the back there. And you can do with them whatever you like. They've got all the mobility of the other wings, so if you want to have your Unicron out, really expressing himself, there you go. That's okay, we're going to look at him here in a second. You want to make him look like Mr. Sinister? You do that. Me, personally, I like this. And what do you get so far as movement? We'll look at this guy. They're both the same. What do you get so far as movement? Let's just pop the wing off. You get a nice ratchet here in the arm. You get a nice ratchet there. You got a bicep swivel. You've got your elbow right there. Your hands turn right there. You've got a thumb that's jointed. You've got one pointer finger that's its own finger, so you can Unicron point at everybody. And then these are three pegged in the middle right there with three going on out. So you the other ones have full articulation. This is pretty good. I'll take it. The hands don't light up. There's nothing special or fancy about the hands. The only light up feature is there on the eyeballs. But I saw quite a few different pictures with different hands. And out of all the pictures that I saw, we got the best ones. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. You know, there you got the magenta spiky things. These are hard plastic, too. There's no goofing around there. There we go. There we go. Now let's look at him in planet mode. Come here, buddy. Let me straighten out his leg real quick. I goofed it up. I'm looking on camera and off camera at the same time. It tends to mess with me. I get vertigo, I think. Let's put that there. Let's put his little wing over there. This is, there, see? I started to, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, let me move this chunk-a-bot back here. And my little makeshift stand, you know. I was just trying to put him up there and look cool. I was just trying to look cool, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's tighten this up. Let's get him put together so we can present him properly. There is the normal Unicron. Look at that beautiful chromy blue. Your missiles that will shoot it, you know, put your eye out. Now this in the middle, this doesn't do anything. The horns, they don't do anything. Those are just his big shoulder deals, but whatever, you know. And you've got your rings that go out around him. You've got your spikes showing back there. This is going to look great just like that on the wall. That's how I want this displayed. Probably in between these two guys. Kind of like he was, you know, up here, have those other ones, have the dark Unicron. And, of course, the back is just him all mushed up there. And speaking of all mushed up, you want to go on ahead and we'll turn this guy into Unicron, into his bot mode. It took me forever to figure out. These wings are so... The halo... We'll look at the other guy. I'll show you real quick. There you go. We got that off, and I'm going to keep that together because it's a pain in the butt putting that together. There we go. What you do, you peel this off. Simply, there's a... okay, there we go. You've got two huge pegs. You got one there, and then you got a couple at the bottom. And it also tabs into the legs right there and right there. And let's go like this, because we all know these are his arms. They tab in underneath the chest. Oh, folding out his legs. There we go. There we go. And I tell you what, guys, this guy on Aliexpress was $30. After all of my points and, you know, little coins and junk, pop that back up there. And this is alloy. That's alloy right there. So you do have some alloy in this guy. I didn't know if you did or not. Let's pop out his little foot. Oh, flip that around. And like that. Like that. There we go. And now let's separate those legs so I can turn that. We'll turn his whole foot. And like I said, he's got a regular foot. No double bird thing going on. Let's flip that up. Open up that. Flip that around. There we go. There we go. Got a regular foot forward. All right. I gotta stand him. I'm gonna stand him up for just a minute. Not that I'm a weakling, but this is like the 8th time today that I played with this guy and transformed him. There we go. There we go. Let's pull our hands out, and it's the same exact way that it is on the big guy over there. There we go. There we go. Bada boom. Bada bing, as my friend Michael likes to say. Come out of there, buddy. All right, let's relax those hands, turn them around completely off. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Oh, we've got a QC issue live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, check that out. Huh. We were talking about this earlier, these things breaking live while you're playing with them. Yeah, that just popped right out of there. Okay, so possible QC issue. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pay attention. See, that broke. That pin broke right in there. Something to watch for. I'll probably just super glue that. But, watch it. Be careful. That might just be mine's a little gentle, or maybe that was a little stressed out, but I really wasn't rough or anything with it. It just kind of crumbled right in my hand. I think a little piece of super glue right there will take care of that. Plus, this guy's going to be in spaceship or in his planet mode, so I'm not too worried about it. But something to keep in mind, if anybody else gets this and has that issue, we might have to start taking that up. If anybody else has that same issue, please make sure you leave a little bleep bloop down in the comments. And while I'm thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen, if you've watched me this long, first and foremost, thank you very much. I appreciate you very, very much. And if you would, please give me a like, maybe a subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know whenever I get cool new stuff like this. You're going to want to know. Trust me. Let's do a cool head reveal. Pop his little horns up. There we go. There we go. And all right. Move his wings. Oh, we got to pop his little foot out back here. I forgot. That's my fault. And what about the chest gimmick? Yeah, that was one thing that I was wondering too. There you go. The chest opens up. There's no real gimmick inside here. The missile doesn't come out or anything like that. This is just begging for some chrome and some gold to really, make that. But while we got this open, you can check out his abs. Check out those cool abs. Remember when they glowed and actually breathed and everything? That was the coolest. There you go. Let's close that up. What kind of articulation does he have? He has the same articulation that the other guy has. Up, down. The legs are exactly the same as your Armada. Let's move that out to the side. There you go. And we've got nice stiff ratchets on everything. Yeah, he can, of course, due to transformation, he can come around and kick himself straight in the back. And there we go. Let's throw his halo on real quick. Oh, will you stand up for me, buddy? Of course he'll stand up. I say. There we go. We got his halo here. And you know what? A friend of mine actually suggested this. I was sitting there playing with him earlier, and he's like, well, what would happen if you took these and put them on there? And I was like, I don't know, man. Let's check that out. And you know what? It looks really cool. We'll just do this for a minute, just so you can kind of see the difference. But yeah, the gray or the silver tone on him looks really good. I think that looks cool. Let's undo this. And let me tell you, whenever you do these things, okay, you got your hook up here, and you've got your hook right here. This is the most confusing conjoining thing in the entire world to me for some reason. It just totally boogered me up whenever I was sitting there playing with it. But there you go. That hook's in there. Let's push him back. And I'll show you what this looks on this guy. And then we'll switch him around and I'll show you what it looks like. Don't you dare. Oh, that was pretty good. He knocked Optimus Prime over. Yay. Put those on there. Let me flip this little thing around. That magic wizardry of transformation. Put that there. Yeah, if you wanted to put the yellow ones on this guy, I think that looks really, really, really cool. Let's take these off. We'll put them on the normal guy so you can see exactly how it's supposed to look. Give me those back, buddy. Give me those back. All right. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to pick up an Armada Unicron, I would suggest places like eBay and Mercari. Let's get him over here. We'll put his, and let me look. Let's look at this. Let's look at that pin in there. There's nothing really wrong with it. It seems strong, but we'll have to keep that in mind. All right, stand up, buddy. Stand up, stand up. Nice clickety-clackety ratchets. And we already pretty much saw what the planet mode looked like, so I'm not going to put him in planet mode. I was just excited, and I wanted to get these out here, show them to you guys, so you can go and pick up your copies for your collection. Heck yeah, man. If you don't have a Unicron and you want one, I would highly suggest these. Boy, howdy would I. There we go. There we go. And like I said, the light up feature, super bonus. Boom. There we go. Now, stand up over there. Ooh, all right, let's pull this guy over. And while I've got him here, let's drink him in let's really, really look at this golden Unicron. There you go. Same nice tight ratchets. I had a little bit of problems with the eyes in this one. Maybe I just got one that needs extra attention, I guess. Let me click that button. Yeah, because those little eyeball things, they lit up for me, but they were kind of goofy and they didn't want to light up right. That's all right. We'll give them another little poke. I think maybe a lot of times the batteries are a little loose in there or something. This seems to be a problem with the switch. Maybe we've just got a bad connection in the switch, and I just got to fix it. But you saw a couple of flickers there, didn't you? Oh, we're almost there. Come on, buddy. You know you want to turn on for me. I did that on the other thing, and he just, popped right on. All right, well, this one kind of has some QC issues. We'll have to take that apart. His eyes do glow bright green whenever they do glow, and his chest opens up just like the other guy. There we go. And let me see, there we go. We'll give him a big spin around. The back is very clean, very flat. Nothing on there, except for the wings when you put them on, which we are going to do right now. There we go, there we go. Let's throw his other wing on. And the quality of plastic in this thing, and, barring our one little issue with the finger and maybe this little... like I say, you can see it flickering in there. It might just be a loose connection or something, which that's fine. I can take it apart, one screw, see what's wrong with it. Oh, sorry about that. Took you guys for a ride. There we go, there we go. There you go. Oh, put your feet down. All right, stay put. There's those two guys put together. They look phenomenal. I picked both of these guys up. Grand total, I think, was a little over $60, maybe $70 for both of them. Do not regret it at all. Let me pick up my big guy over here, because I feel bad just sitting here looking at him being held up by the Protect-A-Bots. But there you go. Let's look, and you can see exactly the size difference. Put that back in his hand before I lose it. You can see the exact size difference with these guys. These guys are exactly 12 inches tall. The big guys, I think these guys run, they're 13, 14 inches at least, up here. Well, I tell you what, let's do this. I have the trusty tape measure. These guys come in right at 1 foot. And your Armadas come in at 16 inches. There you go. So you got a 5 or 6 inch difference between those two there. And, plastic feel, quality, everything. I love these Aliexpress guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, if you want to get these guys, I would not think twice about it. Like I said, the quality build, other than our little issue with the hand and our thing with the eyeball up there, but that's not really a big deal. Excuse me. Like I said, plus, there's a lot of things that you can do with this. The paint on it, it's really, really nice. The paint's nice. Nothing is smeared. Nothing is out of place. That head sculpt is cool. And somebody asked, no, unfortunately, the jaw doesn't open. Nope. But his eyes are supposed to light up. Da-la, da-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I'll fix it. Maybe I'll show you. Maybe we'll come back and we'll revisit that. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, if you see these two guys, they are 30 centimeter Aliexpress specials. Just type in Armada KO 30 centimeter. Boom. They'll pop up for you. There's a bunch of different places selling these guys. Some of them are selling them for as high as $60 to $80 now. So if I were you, I would jump on them and get them while, only you and I know about it. Shh, I won't tell anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, whatever you have going on from the bottom of my heart, I hope it is the absolute very best. Talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody. Yeah, you'll like these guys. Don't lose the missiles. Do not lose those missiles. They will fly out, and you will never see them again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.